Hello. The following example is another word problem. This is example 3 in section 1.5. A piece of property has the shape of a right triangle. The longer leg is 20 meters longer than twice the length of the shorter leg. The hypotenuse is 10 meters longer than the length of the longer leg. Find the lengths of the sides of the triangular lot. What we need to do now is we need to go back to the beginning. The beginning says a piece of property has the shape of a right triangle. Because it says it's a right triangle, I'm going to draw a right triangle. There you go. You know it's right because I put that right symbol there. The longer leg is 20 meters longer than twice the length of the shorter leg. I need a variable, so I need to define what my variable is. What I'm going to do, I could let x be either the longer or the shorter leg. But because this is telling me what the longer leg is in terms of the shorter leg, it's best to let x be the length of the shorter leg. That means that the longer leg is 20 meters longer than twice the length of the shorter leg. Twice the length of the shorter leg means I multiply x by 2, so that gives me 2x. And if the longer leg is 20 meters longer than that, that means I need to add 20 to that. So 2x plus 20 is the length of the longer leg. The hypotenuse is 10 meters longer than the length of the longer leg. In other words, it's 10 meters more than 2x plus 20. So I need to add 10 to that. So that gives me 2x plus 30 is equal to the length of the hypotenuse. Now then, a right triangle will look like this. A and B can be interchanged. It doesn't really matter which is which. C, however, must always be the hypotenuse. The reason it must be the hypotenuse is because this length squared is equal to this length squared plus this length squared. Yes, it's the famous Pythagorean theorem. In other words, a squared plus b squared is equal to c squared. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put x over here somewhere. It doesn't really matter if x is here for a or b. So what I'm going to do, I'll just put x down here. That's the shorter leg. The longer leg will be the other side here. So the other leg must be 2x plus 20. And the hypotenuse is always right here. So that means that this is 2x plus 30. Using the Pythagorean theorem now, that means that the a is x squared plus b, which is 2x plus 20 squared, is equal to c, 2x plus 30 squared. Then you're going to simplify. That gives me x squared plus a plus b squared. A plus b squared, I square the first term, 4x squared, square the last term, positive 400, multiply these two together gives me 40x, and I double it. So it gives me positive 80x. Do the same thing over here. 2x squared is 4x squared. 30 squared is positive 900. 30 times 2x is 60x. Double it is positive 120x. Combine like terms, that gives me 5x squared plus 80x plus 400 is equal to 4x squared plus 120x plus 900. I'm going to get everything to one side, so I'm going to subtract 4x squared from both sides, subtract 120x from both sides, and subtract 900 from both sides. Notice everything on the right hand side cancels, so I'm left with 0 over there. Now I have x squared minus 40x minus 500. Now what I need to do is I need to solve this, and this can actually be done by factoring. That will be the easiest. Its factorization looks like this. This negative means one's positive and one's negative. What multiplies to 500 but subtracts to 40? Well, that's 50 and 10. The larger number has to be negative, so that's a negative 50 there, and a positive 10. So because of this, this tells me x equals negative 10 or 50. But I have to reject that negative 10 because that's the length of the side. So there's only one solution here where x is 50. So if x is 50, 2 times 50 is 100 plus 20 is 120. And then this side is 10 meters more, which is 130. Therefore, the lengths of the sides are 50, and what are the units here? Meters. 120 meters and 130 meters. Notice I don't need to specify which one is the hypotenuse, because the hypotenuse will always be the longest side.